Hello everyone, what is up? It is me, AlbyMTG, and today we'll be talking about the new product Wizards of the Coast is coming out with called the Spellslinger Starter Kit. So as it says here on the article here from Blake Rasmussen, this was announced today, August 13th. So on October 5th, they'll be coming out with this thing called the Spellslinger Starter Kit, and you can see the picture of it here. So first off, we see Galta, which is just a nice card, sees a lot of standard play, especially in the mono-green decks that take advantage of putting out a bunch of creatures, making Galta cost, a very cheap amount of mana and then just running them over with it. And then here on the left-hand side, you can see Sarah's Guardian, which was one of the M19 cards that came only in a Planeswalker deck. It was only in the Ajani Planeswalker deck. So not necessarily the most enticing card to get people to buy it. But as it says here, on October 5th, we'll be releasing a new Learn to Play product aimed at helping new players learn to play. And so Sarah's Guardian is a nice card for that. It's a very simple card. We have the deck list down here at the bottom, which we'll get to in a second. But again, for those of you that don't know what Sarah's Guardian is, it's just a very simple card for a newer player to learn. And that's basically what this deck, or what this kit here is just teaching newer players how to learn Magic. You can see here they have these things here. They say do not shuffle, and then you flip them over, and they have things like here on your turn, there's a beginning, a main phase, combat, main phase again, and end. Goes over the untap step, draw card, so it doesn't even mention the upkeep here, so I'm assuming there's like nothing with upkeep triggers in any of these decks. And that the upkeep would be something you learn later on once you get a little bit more, versed in Magic. So it's just a very nice, simple product here. And as you can see, when we get down here to the deck list here, the first deck is red-white. Some of the cards included here, like Rare's Shivan Dragon and the Sarah's Guardian that we talked about. There are some just like reasonable cards though, like Lightning Strike is just like a fine card. And where is Burning Sun's Avatar again is another rare, but Demanding Dragon is probably the best card in this deck. Demanding Dragon, we've talked about it a little bit before, how some people think it might end up replacing Glorybringer once Glorybringer rotates out soon. And what's notable about all of these cards here, if we go ahead and just take a look through all of them, all of these cards are going to be legal in Standard after the rotation, with the exception of one card, which is Inspiring Captain, which is from Shadows over Innistrad. Because Inspiring Captain is the only card that's not legal in Standard after rotation printed in these decks, I'm assuming Inspiring Captain is most likely going to be reprinted in Guilds of Ravnica, or at least in the Planeswalker decks for Guilds of Ravnica. And so this card could possibly be reprinted in the next set, or again just could be another one of those cards similar to something like Sarah's Guardian or Silverbeak Griffin, where they're legal in Standard, but the only way to get them is through like the new player sealed product kind of cards. Similar to Pyromantic Pilgrim here, this is another card that's only available in the sealed product for new players. So aside from that, it's just a nice little red-white aggressive deck. Nice and simple. Teaches players to turn their creatures sideways, do some attacking, Luminous Bonds for some removal, Lightning Strike, Dual Shot for some removal here as well, Inspired Charge, and Moment of Triumph here to help them learn about combat tricks. Just nice, simple stuff. And then you can see here it says other 3 GRN card. What the GRN cards are is Guilds of Ravnica cards. So these are cards that aren't yet spoiled to us from the new set, but they will be included in these decks. Which is kind of nice. Which I'm kind of surprised they didn't just include Inspiring Captain as one of the GRN cards and not showed it to us now, because it really stands out being the only card from Shadows over Innistrad in here compared to everything else being Standard legal. But oh well. Again, the red-white deck for new players, just a nice little aggressive kind of strategy here. And then for the black-green deck, you're looking at just kind of like a black-green grindy kind of deck that tries to win the game with big creatures later on. Again, we talked about Galta being the preview card, sort of, or not the preview card, but the box art card, I should say, where it's up here. Players will see this cool looking dinosaur, the fact that it's a 12/12, and players will be interested in wanting to pick that up and play with their big 12/12 dinosaur. Aside from that, other rares in here, Palaka Worm, which just got reprinted in M19. Again, just a nice little card to throw in here. 3 copies of Llanowar Elves to help them learn the importance of Llanowar Elves in your green decks, since you're playing some bigger costing spells. Verdant Sun's Avatar, again, not really anything too crazy. Gravewalker is similar to the Sarah's, or not Sarah Angel, what is it called? Sarah's Guardian, where it was only available in the M19 Planeswalker decks. but it's here in this deck for new players to get their hands on. Some removal spells here in the forms of Impale and Moment of Craving, and then a nice little enchantment here. Of course, new players will love giving their creatures +7/+7 in Trample. That'll be kind of a cool one. And then this one, of course, having 2 Guild of Ravnica cards in it as well. So what I think about this is that it's kind of nice. It'll be available in local game stores and mass market stores, so your Walmarts, your Targets, those kind of things. But having an MSRP of only $14.99 is a decent way of getting new players into the game. Instead of needing to just buy one Planeswalker deck for $15, you know, one for yourself, and then you'd have to spend another $15 for your friend to buy a Planeswalker deck, so it would cost you $30 to get started into Magic. This one has 2 60-card decks for $15 that you can just get started right away for that smaller price, which is much better at trying to entice new players to get into the game. Comes with the 2 spin downs to help keep track of their life, which is nice. And I think that the big selling point on this is that it is just $15, which is going to be great for newer players. They don't want to spend too much money to get started into the game, and this will be a nice little way for them to learn about Magic and to get their hands on these things. Of course, in comparison, there's something like Duel Decks, where Duel Decks were much better in terms of the decks and the card quality that you would get in them, but of course they were higher priced then as well. And so I think that's probably the closest comparison. The other comparison is they came out with this product last year where it was 4 booster packs of the most recent sets, and then it had some promo basic lands in it, as well as a promo Metalwork Colossus and a promo Karizev. But I think that this product is just going to be extremely more enticing to the newer players. It's going to get people to buy them, you know, start playing with them instead of just getting them to buy a few packs like the other product, the Karizev and the Metalwork Colossus did. This will actually get them to play the game and not just open cards, which is going to be great. And I'm fond of it. Any new product for players to start learning the game, I think, is great. I've taught many players how to play because I work in my local game store. I've used the welcome decks that they give us to give to new players, so I've taught many players how to play the game using those, and I think that those are a fantastic resource as well. And so I think that these are just going to be quite similar to those, and I think that they're going to be nice. And of course, like we talked about, every card in here is standard legal, so if someone just wants to show up with their friend to an F&M, you know, and play these cool decks that they just bought from Walmart, then that would be a great way of just getting them started in those. And yeah, I think this product's going to be great for new players. Hopefully they continue to do things like this. This won't just be a one-time thing, I'm hoping, because I think that, again, this is just going to be a great product for new players. If you're an established player, probably not the product for you unless you're looking to just pick up something to teach someone else with, and this would be another great product for that as well. And yeah, that's basically it for today. Go ahead and let me know down below in the comments what are your opinions on the Spellslinger Starter Kit. Of course, again, will be released on October 5th after Guilds of Ravnica is released, so then we'll find out what Guilds of Ravnica cards are inserted into the Spellslinger Starter Kit as well. Of course, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and comment as well. Like I said, your opinions on the Spellslinger Starter Kit, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments section. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys here next time for another Magic the Gathering video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video on the brand new product, the Spellslinger Starter Kit, coming out on October 5th. If you guys did enjoy this video, consider checking out my Patreon page. The link will be down below in the description, and you can help support the channel in the same way that AlbyMTG, Jeremy W, and Jason F support me on the Patreon. They're absolutely fantastic people. I can't say thank you enough to the 3 of them for supporting me on the channel. If you're willing to check out the Patreon, I'd be extremely appreciative of that as well, but of course I'm appreciative that you were just willing to listen to the end of this video anyway, so thank you so much.